Good evening. It's a very pleasant Sunday evening, and we have come together for another knowledge gaining session of the Enlightenment series. A very warm welcome and a very good evening to all our participants. Our relationship will indeed create a stronger bond towards universal brotherhood. We begin with the greeting of peace. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of the Almighty be upon all. The recent lockdowns and the COVID surges and the deaths around us, although were horrendous, terrible, and unbearable, should have taught us some great lessons. When we wake up every morning and we are healthy and have provisions for the day, were we thankful that we had things that many did not have, and more than anything else, that we were alive while so many have left us. Well, that brings us to today's topic, which is both interesting and intriguing. Seems the Enlightenment team is full of surprises when it comes to the terms they coin and the topics they choose. And today we have how can we get more than what we have? Now, who wouldn't want something more? As humans, our inherent nature is longing for more than what we have. I'm sure each one of us will accept. I am all the more eager to know how we can get more than what we have. Well, without any further delay, I would like to call upon our speaker whose oratorical skills are second to none. His in depth knowledge about various subjects makes us go awe. A person who is dedicated to the cause of the community over his individual self. Ladies and gentlemen, I present before you Mr. Mohammad Imran Sait.
Good evening, Vanakkam, Namaskaram, and once again, a pleasant Sunday evening to all of you. Hope you're not getting bored with my lectures every Sunday. Sometimes I like to take an off and tell some of my teammates to deliver the lecture on my behalf or in my place sometime. But until then, you have no other choice than to see the same face again and again on every Sunday evening. But I'm, from my end, extremely happy to be here with all of you and truly enjoy this session of sharing some of the good things that come to my mind. I mean, I don't really go into much of philosophical or ideological or any kind of a very theoretical approach towards it. It's just a common man. And as a common man myself, how can we grow up with these particular situations and the kind of situations that we come across? And what are those values which really mean a lot to you and I, and to every human being for that matter in this world? So based on these aspects, we have always been eager enough and been very excited to come with some value or the other every week, as we had seen earlier, where we had seen patience and prayer, and then subsequently we saw contentment in the last week. And this week, of course, we have come back to you with another yet very important value, which is an essential component of our lives and needs to be as well. And we have no doubt given the caption as how can we have more than what we possess, or how can we increase to what we possess? I mean, this is definitely a subject which will definitely help us to be curious as to what is it that we can get more than what we have. And for this, a very important value which I'm going to discuss with you today or share my evening for this 30 minutes or 25 minutes lecture session is based on a very important value called GRATITUDE, gratitude. You call it gratitude, you call it thanks, is one and the same. My friends, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, gratitude is a great asset which each of us, of course, should possess. It's our strength, I would say. But unfortunately, most often we underestimate this very important component which should be there in every human being. And we also need to understand that gratitude is the best attitude which gives us the fortitude to face or overcome the difficult and the toughest challenges of our lives. So very importantly, it all begins with the kind of the mindset, the attitude by which we begin our day itself. If our attitude in life is positive, and it needs to be, then subsequently the thoughts that will keep recurring during the day, and as a matter of fact in our life itself, will always be positive. And that's why the first thing that we need to understand is, the moment we get up in the morning, is to have a positive thought, and that is to be grateful for having been blessed with yet another day of our lives. When we go to sleep at night, we all know we all enter into the jaws of death. What is the guarantee that we would get up in the morning? Do we know what happens when we are in our deep sleep, somewhere 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning? No, we are lost in a different world altogether. If somebody would observe us, they call it a dead person. That's our state when we go to sleep at night. In other words, it's nothing but a sister of death. But we are up in the morning again. At the same time, we also understand there are a lot of people who have gone to sleep at night and not got up in the morning. We have seen several such cases where people have gone to sleep at night and not got up in the morning. When doctors were called and we asked, they said, well, maybe at 2 o'clock in the night or maybe at 3 o'clock in the night, he has passed away. Haven't you come across this? I have come across. I'm sure you also have come across. But the moment we get up in the morning, aren't we getting another lease of life? Another extra day in our life? But which night is going to be the last night of our life, we do not know. But having got yet another morning, another day, shouldn't we be grateful for it? There could be so many things which were left unattended, or so many things in our mind which we could make it better than yesterday. And when we have an opportunity at hand, shouldn't we start off with a positive thought of being grateful? Mind you, this first positive thought in the mind that each one would consider as a great advantage or benefit makes the whole day goes in a very positive manner. Ultimately, at the end of the day, what are these positive energies and these positive vibrations helping? It's helping our own self. You be grateful and beneficial, you're giving benefit to your own self, isn't it? Starting with a negative thought in the morning, oh, now again, so many things to do. Oh, yet another day. Oh, how am I going to do that? Oh my God. This is negative energy. These type of negative thoughts can only lower your morale, your confidence, and these negative thoughts can be counterproductive, have a backlash on you, and that's not the right way forward as well. This gratitude, brothers and sisters and my friends, is something to be created. And it's only when you look at the people who are less privileged than you, can this gratitude get generated inside each one of us. There are several who have not even, who've been rolling and turning right and left on the beds without getting a sleep. Yeah. When you and I get a good sound sleep at night, isn't this not a great favor or a kind of a gift? In the same manner, if we look at so many aspects in our day-to-day life, and most often it so happens that only those places and areas where several benefits and blessings are found, our mind doesn't go there. Our mind gets stuck with only one or two issues which we may experience. Just as how something gets stuck in your tooth, the tongue goes and starts getting disturbed only to that particular part where something has got stuck in your tooth. Whereas the remaining teeth are all comfortable. It's a natural phenomena. But very importantly, what we understand in our day-to-day life, there may be one or two unpleasant things do definitely happen. Nobody can say 100% my day has been pleasant. No. But we need to focus our minds in that area or those areas which had made our life and made our day very pleasant, barring a few here and there freak incidents, which no doubt definitely needs to be attended to, but not much focus needs to be given that which will only create a negative impact on our own self. So when we be grateful, then we are being grateful and giving benefit to our own selves, nobody else. And when we start off with a negative thought, we're actually causing harm to our own selves. And as far as gratitude is concerned, my friends, we need to be grateful both to our creator and to the people around. At the end of the day, it's only our creator actually who brought us into existence, right? We were not asked before we were born whether you like to come into this world or not. There was no choice. We were destined to come here, we have come. It is his decree, his plan that he brought us into existence, sent us into this world, we have come. But at the same time, he has not left us just like that. There are incredible, countless, and his choicest blessings and favors which he has conferred on us. It's the other matter that we don't pay attention to it, and we have taken things for granted. The sunlight, the energy that we derive out of it, the night and day, the rain that falls, the air that we breathe, the agricultural produce and the fruits that we derive out of this earth, the beautiful settlements and places of our dwellings where we stay, and how he has made this sky as a canopy, made this earth as a carpet for us, giving us the best things that fulfill our basic needs of life. And sometimes we have got more than what we deserve as well. Who has given us all this? Have we brought all this from the womb of our mother? Definitely not. We came as a little child, helpless, desperate. We came crying because that was a shocking moment for us, that we have been transited or transferred from one state or one condition from the womb of our mother, which was one world for us, into another world, on account of which we are in a state of shock. But those beloved hands of our parents, which nourished and nurtured us and brought us to this level that we have become adults today, are these not blessings and favors conferred to us by our Creator? And should not we be then thankful to him? Hasn't he blessed us with energy, with health, with limbs, with eyesight, with a tongue to speak, with ears to hear, and a mind to ponder and reflect? Hasn't he conferred on us families, wives, children? As I said, the love, the unparalleled and unmatched love of the parents. Who has given us all this? Should then not we be grateful to all these blessings and favors which he has conferred on us? I could even go on to say that if we like to count his blessings which he has conferred on us, we will not be able to enumerate or count them. Countless blessings, incredible blessings which are mind-boggling. How has all this come to us? Where did this all come from? But the larger question is, how are we going to use these blessings and these bounties which he has conferred on us? That ultimately is what gratitude is all about. Just saying thank you God, or thank you Allah, or thank you Bhagwan, and then walk off? Well, that's just a beginning. But even that, whether it has come from the bottom of the heart is another larger question, which invariably is not. It's more of a formality. Just telling somebody thanks and then walk off. Friends, what I want to drive home the point, a very important point, and want to share with all of you is that we can show our sincere gratitude to our Creator only when we utilize those blessings and bounties which He has conferred on us in a manner as befits us as human beings. For example, as I said, parents are a great blessing to all of us. If not for our parents, we would not have come into this world itself. And if not for the love, the care, the concern, and the sacrifice of our parents, we would not be adults today. Now, what is the way of showing our gratitude to our Creator for having blessed us with parents? Take care of them. Be good to them. Do whatever is best possible to keep them happy. By doing so, we actually being grateful to this blessing which God Almighty has conferred on us. Likewise, wealth. We possess money, we possess wealth. Is this not a favor and bounty of our Creator to have blessed us with wealth when many of them do not even know where the next meal will come from? How are we utilizing this wealth now is the question which will determine whether we are grateful to our Creator for this bounty. Are we just squandering it away and thinking that we are the owners, we can do whatever we want with it? No, this is not what gratitude expects out of us. Gratitude means the wealth that our Creator has conferred on us is to be utilized in a manner as it should be utilized, which means not squander it away, not spend it extravagantly, not to become spendthrifts, neither become stingy or niggardly as well, but to adopt a perfect balance and moderation in handling this wealth, which is a great bounty and favor of our Almighty Creator. Which means utilize it for your personal needs, utilize it to fulfill the needs of your family members, which includes your parents, your wife, your children, and if you have siblings at home, yeah. But not to forget also to spend a part of it towards the have-nots, towards those who are hungry, those who go without food, those who are without shelter, those who are struggling to make both ends meet. Spend it on the destitute, spend it on the widows, spend it on the orphans, spend it on the marginalized. They have a right over it. By doing so, we are not doing any favor. Actually, we are being grateful to our Creator for having blessed us with wealth. And the best way to show our gratitude towards our Creator when He has blessed us with this bounty of wealth is to do all this. Like this, you can keep naming. I talked about parents in brief. I spoke about the wealth, the health that He has given us. How many are suffering in ICUs? How many are not able to either become well or pass away and they are struggling in between? Hasn't our Creator given us health? Haven't we so far sailed smoothly over this pandemic, which has taken many under its grip? Shouldn't we be grateful to our Creator for having helped us to sail smoothly and overcome this so far difficult situation? What is in store in future? Of course, we do not know. But so far, hasn't He been grateful? Hasn't He been merciful to us? Should not we be grateful to Him? He has blessed us with children, such a great bounty. There are so many who are childless. Ask them what are their feelings. You will know the real value of children then. How are we going to be grateful to our Creator for having blessed us with children? To groom them well, to spend time with them, to create values inside them, to make them responsible, to make them loving, to make them create a niche for their lives, for their own selves. and to train them and groom them in a manner that they will carry on your legacy and create imprints on the sands of time, that the world will always remember them, and also remember who the parents were who groomed them to that level. This is the best way of showing our gratitude to our Creator for having blessed us with children. The list goes on and on and on. I'm just giving you some tips on these issues, that unless we do not utilize those favors in a manner as it is expected of every human being in a positive way, without squandering away the bounties and the blessings, that's what is called gratitude towards a Creator who has blessed us with all this. We didn't bring any of it when we came from the womb of our mother, and neither we will take it with us when we leave this world. The second major part is, how are we going to be grateful to the people around? Beginning again, we have parents with us, being grateful to them for all that they have done and sacrificed their lives to bring us to what we are today. Being grateful to our teachers who have molded our thoughts and minds, our mentors, our bosses, and the organizations in which we work for, the colleagues who work with us, and if we're having our own business establishments, our customers, we need to be grateful to them. We need to be grateful to our employees who work tirelessly, fulfilling the expectations of the company and the organization. We need to be grateful to all those people who have impacted our lives, who have always stood in our thick and thin. We need to be grateful to our relatives and friends who are our well-wishers. Again, in that, the list goes on and on. Be even grateful to your watchman and the driver and the security guards who take care of your apartments or your bungalows in the night when you are going to sleep. Be grateful to the policemen and the law enforcing authorities who keep life going smooth. Again, the list goes on and on and on over there. Just smiling and saying a thank you, what do we lose? Tell me. In fact, we are creating a space in their hearts for us. Oh, this man, good man. He doesn't have any element or shade of arrogance or pride inside him. There's the conservancy workers working down the street or opposite your houses who take all the garbage and the dirt, and they work in such filthy conditions. Can you at least say thank you? Can you at least give him a 10 rupee note to make him get a smile on his face? That's showing that being grateful. That's basic human tendency, and that's humanness. We may talk big, we may hear elaborate and exhaustive lectures, but these are the small things that really go a long way in creating that peace of mind and tranquility and happiness and contentment that we can derive by just saying a thank you and a smile on our face when we want to say somebody a thank you, but with sincerity, without any vested interest or any motive. Not because he should salute me or say salam to me in front of my friends to enhance my respect. No, from the bottom of my heart, whether I'm grateful to my Creator or grateful to the people around, it should be with sincerity that I really mean what I'm doing. There could be a person who can serve you in a restaurant, and when he serves you and does his best service, say thank you to him. And the best way to say thank you to him is to give him some additional little more money. See a smile on his face. He is satisfied. That's your day. How many smiles can you get on the faces of people will determine how beautiful that day went for you. And this few words that we can mention and show our gratitude to the people around will definitely bring us immense happiness and contentment in our lives. And that's what we are yearning for. What I ultimately is slogging it out day in and day out, that I may have a peaceful sleep at night. And how will all that come? It be a cumulative effect of all the good things that you have done during the day and how many smiles you brought on the faces. Don't forget your own wife and children at home. You could be good to the entire world, but if your wife and children at home are not going to see that smile, and you can't see that smile on them, then there's no sense. They should be happy. Have you ever seen food, hot food on the table, and then you tell your wife, thank you so much for preparing this? What do we lose? Tell me. If children are not around, just call them and say, and speak to them, making them a little humorous, with some humorous words, make them a little happy. Oh, that spoke to me today. That's it. That happiness which they have got by one or few words of your what you could share with them, that makes your day. Your parents will say, son, I'm happy with you. Hope everything went well. That's it. These may be small things, but they really matter a lot in our lives, but we don't generally value it. That's why I said in the beginning that we generally underestimate gratitude. It's our strength, brothers and sisters, my friends. It'll go a long way. And what are we going to ultimately take from this world? Tell me. Life is so ephemeral and short. It's only the kindness, the goodness, and the gratitude that we show to our Creator. And mind you, gratitude always reciprocates or come back to you. You're grateful, whomever you're grateful to, but sincerely, of course, that will come back to you in some form or the other. At that point in time, it gives you that immense happiness and tranquility and peace of mind. As I said, even in the long run, it will always keep coming to you and keeping your life going smoothly. Without taking much of your time, remember the last thing which I want to speak to you about this is that never forget again our Creator, and we need to be extremely grateful to him. Never forget to be grateful to our parents, our mentors, our peers, our teachers, and all those people who have impacted our life, molded our lives, and made us what we are today, about which we are really proud. Looking back at life that has passed, there may be several among those whom we need to remember. Some would be alive, some would have been gone. Those who have gone, pray for them, that their soul may rest in peace. And those who are here, continue to have a good relationship with them, and don't forget all that they have done to make us what we are today. And when we are going to do this, our Creator will give us rich dividends and the best returns for all that we have done, but because He is watching us very closely, He knows our intentions. And it is His promise and assurance that if you're going to be grateful, I'll bless you with more. And that's what is the topic today. And there's nobody in the world who does not want to even be more happy, to be more prosperous, and to be more comfortable in life. And if we really want this to reach us and to come to us, we need to show gratitude and be grateful to our Creator, to the people around. If we are going to be grateful to our Creator and the people around, we will definitely get more. The more does not just mean materialistic matters, but it means that tranquility, peace of mind, contentment, and satisfaction, and the true happiness that this entire world is searching for. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for this patient hearing. Hope we carry this message home and ponder over it over the week and see how best we can implement it in our lives, beginning with, as I said, early morning, the moment you get up from sleep, don't fail to thank your Creator for giving you a good night's sleep. And until you go to sleep again, which is going to be the last night of our sleep, until then, we will putting this value in our lives very firmly, that we will be able to be successful in this world and the world to come. Thank you so much.